Good evening, friends. Hello. So, writers, today you're going to have the opportunity to begin writing the adaptation for your fairy tale that you've chosen. Today is really going to be like working on the organizer, not exactly writing your story at this point. So, the connection for today. You are going to start today by thinking about yesterday realizations, thinking about how Prince Cinders was changed and how it was like Cinderella in some ways, but then how was it different? And remember, our big question was not just similarities and differences, but why the author made those changes. Okay. And then our teaching point is today you're going to be taught that when writers plan how an adaptation or story will go, they're going to do two things. First, they're going to decide on a change that they think will improve the story. And second, they make sure that the change leads to other changes so the whole story fits together. And you're going to do some more things with that, and you'll even have some anchor charts to help you with that. And then during the teaching, remember you chose Little Red Riding Hood or the Three Billy Goats Gruff to adapt. That's going to be something a little bit different that they'll talk about. And we're going to come back with a discussion about Cinderella and Prince Cinders and talk about the changes that were made there. Okay. So I'm going to share with you under the document camera the charts that you're going to be using today and what's going to be important for you to keep. Well, everything's going to be important. All right, so there we go. Oh, gotta move my page there. Sorry. So here is how to write a fairy tale adaptation sheet. Everyone is going to get this sheet and everyone is going to keep it because this is going to help us um, meet our deadlines for things that we have to do and our writing. So yesterday you can see that we talked about the classic story and we had remember we had our paper and we talked about the first page is remember it was just an oral story. We told what happened at the beginning, how we're going to start that story. Once upon a time in a land far away in a galaxy long, long ago. All right. Then we have where the story started. What was happening? What was that first small moment in the story? And then our third page was the problem. And then we had the resolution of the problem on the back. And so we already have done that. We've taken care of that. So today's the 19th. So let's see what you're going to do today. You're going to decide on a change to improve the story. And today, that's going to be due today. Today. All right? So you're going to receive that. Now, what are you going to be able to use? I have two anchor charts and you're going to get your choice. One of the things is you can take this anchor chart and, for example, if you have who is the story about, well, remember, I'm going to be changing Little Red Riding Hood. So if I'm going to change her to Little Red Blue Hood, that's hard to say, then I'm going to make that change right here. Maybe I'm going to change just the color. And because she's blue, maybe that changes her attitude because we know that Little Red Riding Hood is very kind. She's very nice, but maybe my Blue Riding Hood might be kind of sad and discontent and maybe mopey. So that would be a different kind of character. And then what does she want? But what happened? So, and then in the end, so this could be one anchor chart that you can use to help you make that change. But then I also have this one. It's going to be a little more involved. And that's okay if you choose this one. So here you can choose one of the beginnings and you can just transfer that here. What's the setting, the characters, who's going to be the hero, who's going to be the villain. Remember, the hero in the original Little Red Riding Hood was the hunter. Maybe in my little blue Riding Hood, maybe I'll think of a different hero. Maybe they'll be the hero. But then who's the villain? You know, we had the big bad wolf. Wonder who the villain might be in my adaptation. Here's the problem. What is the problem? How did it get solved? And here we have, what are some of the events? What is the character trying to do to solve the problem? Our solution, and then the lesson that the characters learn. Oh, I just got an email. Sorry for the beep. So you have two organizers that you can choose from. So here's the big thing that I want you to think about. If I change, so if I change the character, then what's going to happen? Then. If I change the setting, then what's going to happen? What are those steps that are going to happen? What are those events that are going to happen? What are those actions that are going to change because of that? Or if I change the trouble or why someone did something, there you go. What's going to happen? Remember, your two stories this first time around are either Little Red Riding Hood or the Three Billy Goat Scruff, okay? And I do want to share with you one third grade example of what they did when they wrote down their changes. So they didn't use an organizer, but it's one way that they showed their information. So this is the change that Ella was going to make. Or you want to see her name? There it is, Ella. So let's see what she's going to make. She said instead of the Three Billy Goat Scruff, it's going to be 3 household cats that are greedy. Ooh. Because of that, they're going to go over a rainbow, not a bridge, to get a pot of gold. Because remember, they're greedy. They want the pot of gold because they're greedy palace cats. Oh my goodness, that sounds exciting. And here's the second thing. Because of that, they'll have to deal with the feisty Bob the leprechaun. Oh my gosh, I love that Bob is feisty. So do you see what happened? Do you see what Ella did? Because she changed to greedy cats, then they're going to go over a rainbow, and then they have to deal with the leprechaun. So think about your changes. Think about the anchor chart that you would like to use, or the graphic organizer you would like to use, writers. I'm so excited with these changes. I'm really excited about my idea of Little Blue Riding Hood and to see what's going to happen with my character. All right, I'm going to stop sharing so I can come back and see you. Hi. Are you excited? I'm overly excited. So I want to see what changes will you make. Remember, you're not writing, no writing of the story today, just thinking about what changes you will make. And because of that change, what do you think else is going to happen with the changes? All right. Well, fairy tale writers, I am so excited to see what's going to happen. All right. I'll see you soon.